Hello, my lovely Capricorns. I'm going to do a reading for Capricorns this evening. It is the full moon in Leo this evening. And I thought, for the logical Capricorns, much like my logical analytical Virgos, I used the Star Trek deck. I think I'm going to use that again this evening. Um, I'm Lady Scarlet. I just want to say, kind of while I'm shuffling, it is important to be wary that there are a lot of, scammers who might reach out to you for, not necessarily me. I mean, I'm not necessarily that popular right now. I just started, so, but for any readers, there are fakers, scammers that are just trying to get money out of you. And so, if you're not messaging someone directly, if someone's reaching out to you, you should really be wary of that and not do that. Now, if you're watching this, you're likely a Capricorn, or you have Capricorn in your chart heavily. Maybe moon or rising sign, and so you would be wary of that anyway. But just think about that, and also, you know, in general on the internet, you're probably pretty wary. Like I said, we do have that full moon happening right now. If you haven't gone outside and you're watching this, tonight while the full moon is happening, you should definitely go out and look at it because it's beautiful. It's also called the snow moon. You know what? I'm going to ring this bell, cleanse this space a little bit more, call those angels, spirit guides, and ancestors in to give Capricorn the guidance for their greater good. Capricorns, while logical, like to a bunch of them jumped out. Capricorns do have a call to kind of marry their logic with their spiritual side as well. And so you've got five of wands upside down, and so while you all are not necessarily adverse to confrontation, you really don't like drama. So that might be why it's upside down, or it might be that you're being very introspective right now with like an internal conflict. The devil in your home spot. Six of Cups upside down in your near future. Three of Cups upside down. Looks like you're not going out and partying right now. You're kind of staying close to home. Loxana Troy there. She's the sun, so that's kind of near future-ish spot. And Seven of Cups upside down, so you're not really looking into options right now. You got some bonus cards, and I don't want to put them away. I think it's important to look at what felt like falling out of the deck at us, really jumping out of the deck. So there's the Two of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse. It really looks like there might be a partnership struggle going on right now. I'm going to have to call my son because my son is a Capricorn. He's December 28th. 10 of Wands. Looks like maybe a walking away from some burdens or something you've been struggling with. Ten of Cups, right side up. Queen of Swords, right side up. Maybe that logical side of you's coming out. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's not a very comfortable position for you to be in, for sure. Page of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm just getting a sense that somebody may have been flaky or dramatic and you were not having it. And really that is a very goatfish thing to do, right? Nope, I'm not all about the drama. Four of Cups upside down as well. That says the Four of Starships, and it's in reverse. So Four of Cups is also about that grass is greener, and you're like, yeah, the grass is not greener on the other side. My grass is just fine, because you believe in stability and protecting your home place and your family and those things that are close and connected. So I kind of see that. At the bottom of the deck, you've got Three of Pentacles, so you might really be thinking about your job or your career right now. It also could, it very well could be a third party thing, but I think it is connected to work. You've got the King of Pentacles upside down, so maybe you just feel like your job isn't fulfilling, or maybe you've just been working too much. You've been doing a lot of different things. You have the Ace of Wands, which is right side up. So you've got the power. You have the Lovers upside down, so you very well may be having some kind of situation trying to, where you don't feel like you have a choice in a relationship, or you need to make a decision about a relationship and you're not making it. Seven of Pentacles upside down. That means you're not reaping the rewards, right? So maybe thinking about going back to your own traditions and standards, and the Hierophant was right after that. So maybe you're thinking about going back to the way things were because that was a comfortable place for you, and you don't really like your life being disrupted or feeling chaotic. So let's see, what are we going to clarify with? I think I'm going to clarify with my Jane Austen deck, just because it's a newer deck of mine and I really love it a lot. And I just really love, I always have to show this. And I think this will speak to my Capricorns as well, because it says a truth universally acknowledged. And I just love the back of these cards. So beautiful. So let me shuffle them a little bit. Thinking about my Capricorns. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. You can please give us the knowledge to help our Capricorns for their greater good. Dax, sweetheart, hush. Please help my Capricorns with their greatest good. Shh. The dogs in my neighborhood, it is a full moon, you all. So the dogs in the neighborhood are really active tonight, and when they bark, my dog barks, so you're going to hear her, and I apologize for that, but it's instinctual, right? So we can't get mad at her for doing what she is supposed to do in her instincts, right? But she is very, very well behaved, but she also is very, very, very protective. And so you might hear me hush her a few times, because I'm just consoling her and letting her know it's okay. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please guide my goats? Or you got messages. Swiftness is what the Eight of Wands card is called, but it's about communication coming towards you. And then you got a lot of cards that came out with that. Judgment. You have made a decision, or you're making it right now. I, I think it was about drama. You're like, no, you're gonna walk away from drama and conflict. You won't walk away from conflict necessarily. Okay, you will stand up for what you believe in. You will speak your mind, but you will not deal with drama most of the time, unless there is some big solution coming out that you're waiting for. Okay. Nine of Cups is upside down, so you're like, nope, that's not what I want. That is not my wish, right? So you are likely to walk away from that. Four of Swords, which is the, kind of rest and recovery, recuperation card, but it's also the death card in this deck. So you have ended something, definitely. And, this is the card of change. Dax, hush. That is an F, honey. I know. Queen of Pentacles upside down. This very well could be somebody that you work with. That's the energy I'm getting. I don't think this is you. I think this is someone you work with, and you're saying, no. I almost feel like maybe you left a job to go to another job, and one of the people there is like hurt that you left. Like they're taking it personally, maybe, that you left. Like you're leaving them instead of the job, right? When you're moving on to something bigger and better, and they are offended like you're leaving them. For some of you, I just picked up on the energy, so that might be very specific, but that would like that just popped into my head. Might be very specific. This is the devil upside down. I always tell people, what is the line from Batman? Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? You're like, nope, I'm not dancing with the devil. I'm breaking those shackles, and I'm getting free. You're deciding not to continue with that conflict or that drama. So you're like, nope, I'm outie. Three of Pentacles upside down. I really do feel like you left a job and somebody is super offended by it. Like, not for all of you, okay? I think that's a specific message for some of you. Um, and goats like bulls will, just go charging forward because, we're worried about our pinnacles and stability. And so we're like, up, made this decision. Once we make a decision, it is really hard for us to turn back, right? Like I said, I have a Capricorn sun, and I really thought I was the most stubborn person on the planet until I had a Capricorn child. And then I'm like, okay, I've met my match with that stubborn stuff. He very stubborn. Um, in your home spot, you have the devil right side up. You kind of I almost feel like you feel trapped in a situation in your home spot. That's what I'm getting. But I also get like a playful energy, like maybe you're letting your little devil come out a little bit, you know? But I feel it in more of a mischievous way. One thing about Capricorns that I think is like they reverse age in a lot of ways. Um, Kind of like Benjamin Button, right? And like as they get older and more comfortable with themselves, they get more playful and ridiculous and more explorative and more soft, right? And so you also have the Ace of Swords upside down. It's like you feel like you're being kept in the dark about something, I think, and that might also be that devil energy there where you just feel kind of stuck with something, stuck in something. And maybe and maybe you feel lied to, or you're maybe not being upfront and honest with somebody, which is highly unlikely for you. But if it's family, you may be not deciding to have that confrontation yet about what you want because you don't your stability with your family is very, very important. This is the High Priest. This is definitely things hidden from you, definitely feeling lied to or betrayed. This is the High Priestess and also the Queen of Cups upside down. You feel like somebody is hiding things from you. And you, in return, I think it's both sides. I think you're hiding something from someone, and you feel it. You all need to have a conversation. That I'm getting some mama energy here, or maybe an aunt, grandma, or maybe you are with someone who's older than you that is very maternal. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a woman. Okay, I'm not gendering it, but I'm feeling a lot of very masculine energy coming from this read, and Capricorns are a fairly masculine energy. I mean, um, so I'm just suggesting maybe there's a conversation, and maybe that's the drama that you're avoiding that has to do with job changes or some, maybe you got fired and you don't want to go tell your family because you fear the drama or confrontation that might come from it. I mean, I get a little sense of that. Um, Knight of Wands. Um, yeah, I mean that kind of tells me that maybe you feel like this person that you need to have this conversation with is some kind of authority figure over you, and you feel like foolish coming in, and that's the feeling I get. I'm almost surprised that it wasn't the Fool. Like you feel a little foolish going and saying like I screwed up or I need to do something different. My plan didn't work. Because Capricorns, when their plan doesn't work, that their solid plan of moving forward, they do feel like, oh God, what am I going to do now? And so they will feel foolish about whatever decision they made to make some change, right? Some change that was supposed to change everything and be so much better. And then, oh my gosh, it didn't work out, right? I would urge you to go talk to that person because what I get is that you are fearing something that won't happen. Okay. Um, there is someone in your life that you can trust to have these deep emotional connections with, and you kind of shy away from those deep emotional conversations and connections. It takes you a long time to trust people to do that. So um Six of Cups upside down, that can be you don't feel connected to your roots. Maybe you need to do some soul searching. That's really, kind of the energy I'm getting from that. This oftentimes can be talking about a soulmate connection. I'm getting a little bit of breakup energy here. Like maybe leaving this situation involved work and a person at the same time. And also, like, you feel like your whole world is topsy-turvy. It wouldn't surprise me if we get a world upside down here or something. Can we please clarify the Six of Cups upside down? It's like you've had a lot of changes and you're not good with that. You are not good with that. You need stability to feel comfortable and safe, right? So, I mean, my earth signs, we need stability. We need to feel grounded, right? So we're very practical and steadfast, and we want to know where our pinnacles are and that they're moving forward. We need that. Can I please get some cards to clarify the Six of Cups in reverse, please, for my Capricorn? Everybody's been talking about the Leo moon, but I felt very, very strong Cancer energy the last couple of days, which that's, moon energy. And so if that resonates for some of you that maybe have some Cancer moon or rising, that, or Cancer somewhere in your chart in a prominent place, right? So you have the Sun upside down, which is also the Knight of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. And so maybe you felt like this change was more sudden, and it was also like, it robbed some of your joy, robbed some of your happiness. Dax, hush. Dax, shh. So, it also suggests that your movement forward was stunted again, which is a problem because Capricorns like to move forward. You're the cardinal, right? You have that cardinal point, and so new beginnings and fresh starts are actually good for you. But you may not like that because you might feel like you're not stable. So, you see my kitty cat back there? That's Bang Bang. You'll see him walking around sometimes. Let's get a couple more cards to clarify this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun reversed. Remember, you also have the Sun up right here. So as this was leading up, you felt like this was something that brought you joy, and then now not it's not as fulfilling as you thought or something like that. And I'm really getting a sense of jobs and job changes and maybe relationships and home spots changing. Like there's a lot of energy surrounding this. You have the King of Pentacles, which is the Magician in this deck. And really what that's telling me is that, you made these decisions. You put yourself in this place in a lot of ways. And you've got the Moon, which is the Eight of Cups in this deck. So you walked away. You walked away. And maybe somebody lied to you. The Moon is about hidden energies. That's Cancer energy. Maybe somebody that you were dealing with was a Cancer. Like I said, I've been feeling that a lot. And so you made a decision to walk away from several things all at once. And that really makes you feel unsettled. But at the same time, you're a goat. You're going to just rush forward, right? So the Strength card, which is the Ace of Wands, and the Magician. I think, maybe you're digging into spirituality. Some of you might have some spiritual gifts. Um, and and so maybe you're using some of that intuition or those spiritual gifts to help you make those decisions and manifest these changes. And here's the thing. When we manifest changes in our life, we are not in control of the timeline in which they show up. Okay? We're not. We can only request those things from the universe. Like if I do, request, hey, universe, I am really having a difficult time with money. Will you help me manifest more abundance in my life? I don't get a check at, well, okay, let me say this. Sometimes it occurs that you'll like get some random money show up. But usually what that means is I do something, that manifestation, that request from the universe means that I do some action that causes me to bring that abundance to me. The manifestation is really helping me motivate. Now, that doesn't mean that the universe might not, like I might put the right lottery numbers down, or I might pick the right machine at the casino and actually get money like right then, that night, or the next day, or something. That could happen. But generally speaking, that is not how it works. Universe is, works in interesting, mysterious ways, right? You pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. Okay, this is Five of Cups. Something is very disappointing here, and maybe maybe you're disappointed in yourself. I get that more than anything. You're disappointed in the decisions that you made. You're disappointed in what you asked for, either that you didn't get it in the way that you thought. Remember, anytime that we do get things from the universe, a lot of times we have this picture in our head of what it is supposed to be, and then whenever we do get it, the picture or the reality is different than what we envisioned. And because Capricorns can sometimes be black and white thinkers, if you had this vision of this beautiful thing and then what you got was not that vision, sometimes you have difficulty adjusting to that, okay? But you do have wisdom. Capricorns are very wise, okay? So maybe allow yourself a little bit of time to adjust to the reality of the situation and know that you're the magician and you have the magic wand here. The Ace of Wands. You have the ability to manifest a different situation for yourself through really carefully considering things. Just remember, you might be impulsive and rushing into things before you've really thought them through sometimes, right? Cardinal, remember, spark. Spark. You're going to rush in sometimes when you should consider. And oftentimes you don't ask for advice because you're like, no, I know what's best for me. And really, truly, you do. But it's always okay to ask for people that you respect for their opinion, okay? Um, Three of Cups upside down. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, can you please help guide my Capricorns? You all have a lot of cards jumping out tonight. I'm not sure exactly why. I think maybe there's just been a lot happening for you. Um, like in my previous reads, I don't usually get this many cards jumping out, is why I'm even mentioning that. Um, and really, if you were thinking about ending a relationship, that is a big deal for you because you all do not give your hearts away readily. Okay. You really settle down for life. And look, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. I think that you thought that this person was going to be forever, or the situation was going to be forever, because you don't just give your emotions to people. You don't give commitment to people without ensuring that they could possibly be a forever person. You can be a really frustrating person to date or be in a relationship with because of that, because that's not necessarily a priority for you all the time. Your What you're doing career wise, or your big up project ideas, are usually more important. Not that you don't place great importance on your family, not that you don't place great importance on your relationships when you have them, okay? But when you're single, especially, um, that is, building relationships might be secondary to you because you're like looking at all these possibilities, and a lot of times Capricorns have a lot of projects going on. These are people that they might have like their main job and then like a side hustle that makes more money, that they're paying for something extra or putting money aside or investing or something like that. And you just don't feel like you have those things in order. You have the Tower upside down, which is also Victory upside down in the Jane Austen deck. And so um, this is Spirit telling you that, that relationship was really, like, the Tower upside down is kind of like you dodged a bullet. Like, you have some things to work through, but it wasn't right for you. And I think, you know, you probably know that, and that's why you made a decision to walk away. But you also don't feel like you're winning by walking away because there's some things that you really loved about what was going on. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune upside down. So it wasn't destiny for you, and you know it. It wasn't. I'm getting the wheel here, not the ace. Um, yeah, the Lover's upside down. It's not the one. It's just not the one. Um, and so thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can you please clarify the Tower in reverse for my caps? Yeah. Ooh, you found out something. This is the High Priestess, Two of Swords, in reverse. And remember that came out over in these extra cards too. And so, something came out. So you found out something about them, and you were like I can imagine you saying, "How could you possibly keep that from me? That is important for me to know." Or maybe somebody else told you something, but something came out, and I get the, like, literally, it's like one of you were saying to me, yeah, I felt stupid, and you do not like that. You do not like feeling stupid. Um, again, there's that Three of Cups. My cat's moving stuff around over behind me. Um, you do not like that, and so now your Three of Cups are upside down, and your Four of Wands are upside. I think you really thought you could have something lasting with this, and that really tracks with Capricorn, right? Because you build things to last with people. When you get into a relationship, it's serious. I'm gonna go fix that because that's my cat's area, and he's like moving around like I don't like that. My bed changed. So I'm very, you can tell I'm very focused on my animals. They're my babies. Like many of you probably have animals that you take care of. Um, okay, so thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please clarify the sun for me for the Capricorns? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you please clarify the sun for my Capricorns? Whew. Okay. So the Emperor upset. You did not feel like you had any control over this situation, really. You felt like, I get for some of you, maybe you felt it, not in your power. The word emasculated comes up. I don't necessarily read gender in my reads, but, if you are, kind of an alpha, you felt emasculated in some way. And so, Capricorns don't like to feel out of their they don't like to feel like things are out of their, I mean, none of us really like when things are out of our control, but for you, not feeling in control of your world is that's like depression, right? That's a place of depression for you. And so your son being taken away, your oh, I just got that feeling that some of you may have that going on. If one of you had a situation where a child got taken away from you, I am so sorry. I just got a real clear image of a child, and I'm sorry if that happened to you, and I hope the best case scenario works out. I truly do. Um, I feel like there's a lot of manipulation there. I just got this, like, I just got just a gut punch, and if that's you, and you find this and you see this, I really truly hope the best for your child in that situation. I really, really do. I don't think that children should be kept from their parents unless, there's obvious situations where children should be. I'll say that, but I just really hope the best for you. You you feel like the seeds that you've been planted, it's just been stunted. It's just been stunted. Um, and this is, you know, Ten of Wands upside down. And really what I get from that is just um the obligations that you wanted were taken away from you. Okay, this is a stack of books. Please don't take my stack of books away from me. You know what I'm saying? Don't take my library away from me. Don't take, for, like for me, that would be a big deal. Don't take my obligations that I have chosen away from me. And I really get that strongly from one of you, that the obligations that you chose were taken away from you. That's a very Capricorn feeling as well. Okay? And what I have chosen to take on, don't take it away from me. Um, so we've also got the Seven of Cups in the outcome, and I get a great sadness from it. You know, there is someone you deeply, deeply sad about some things changing. It's like your whole world just changed and got flipped upside down in a moment. There's a Queen of Swords here. So you're thinking very logically and not emotionally right now because Seven of Cups upside down. These cups got, you feel like you're running out of options, um, and running out of choices, and that's that's not a good place for you. You just it's depression, right? That was a lot of cards. I'm gonna shuffle again. So thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please clarify the Queen of Swords for me? Okay, so here's that. Oh, look. Hey, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups is right side up. This is in your future position, okay? You also, I think, you were thinking that there was a movement forward. Um, think this is Spirit saying, just hold up, okay? Don't spring forward and make a new beginning quite yet. Think it through. Remember, I said there are people that you trust to get advice from? Please do that. Please get advice from the people around you that you trust. On the bottom of that is the King of Pentacles. The conflict, the Five of Swords is upside down, which tells me that it's going to, the conflict part of it's going to blow over. Um, you know, you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to force it. The Knight of Cups is right there, right side up. An offer is coming. An offer is coming. Two of Cups. Okay. Loving partnership, soul connection. Okay. You're feeling like the King of Cups right now, like there's no love around you, but there's the Empress. There's the Empress. Okay. It'll be okay. Don't be too rash. Don't just go charging in. Have a little bit of patience. Okay. I know that sometimes that can be extremely difficult. Patience, grasshopper, right? Let's look back at these cards over here because there's a story here, right? The Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups, Page of Cups, as I had that situation happen for some of you that might be going through some kind of separation or divorce and your child is involved in that. Um, your Ace of Pentacles is, so maybe some of you are having to pay out some money, and so that's bothersome for you too. And maybe somebody's being very cold to you or you're being very cold. It would make a lot of sense for you to be the Queen of Swords right now, cold and calculating, because your future was just changed, which changes your whole world. Like, I'm seriously surprised we didn't have the world upside down here. Um, Look, it looks better in the future, okay? It looks a lot better, but you need to be patient. So don't be busting any doors down, you know. There may, for some people, have been some narcissism or abusive type things going on. And I'm just going to say this, regardless of which side of that you are on, seek guidance, seek professional help for either side of that situation, because the situation can get better if cooler heads prevail. And I think that you're in that cooler head right now, okay? So let's clarify with my personal deck and get maybe a little bit more clarification with a few of these things. I had some strong energies coming through, you all, and so some of that may not have resonated with at all. For a few of you, that might resonate super strongly. Okay, so let's clarify this work and relationship change, which is really all through here. So I'm gonna let some cards fall and see how this story unfolds over here, because you've had a ton of cards fall, and trying to interpret all of that with all the energies coming in, and the full moon is rising right now. Um, Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Particular shout out to Archangel Michael for his clarity and his sword of truth and justice. Woo, see all those cards. I miss you. Somebody is saying, I miss you. Um, that's a direct message for one of you. I mean, I miss you. And I do get kind of a younger person energy off of that. I do feel like that is a child saying, I miss you. And again, I'm sending love and comfort because, yeah, eternity. Look, the endless nature of energy cannot be created or destroyed. I'm also going to show you that I miss you card in case that this is resonating with someone. Ooh, I miss my camera sometimes. I'm sorry. I miss you. Um, Eternity. Look, it's those relationships, especially parent-child relationships or caregiver-child relationships, are never ending. I also get maybe like there's someone who's retired that's maybe a grandparent that has lost someone, or lost their connection with someone. I'm getting a sense that it will come back, but cooler heads will prevail. Okay, I'll say that again. Just patience, grasshopper. Oh, look, Whitney Houston, One Moment in Time. Your hard work pays off. Okay, that definitely means do the work. Do the work, have patience. Um, racing with destiny. You're more than you thought you could be. This is reaching your goals. One Moment in Time by Miss Whitney. Okay. I know I have horrible writing, but I'll read them for you. Okay. I am getting the bottom card right then was, you know, you are feeling depressed. This is System of a Down chop suey. Get help. You feel like you're drowning. It's depression, you know, overthinking. Reach out. Okay. Needing to talk to someone, feeling overwhelmed, sad. Um, you know, this could involve an Aries, Leo, Sag. And you don't necessarily communicate well with fire signs, okay? You don't like that fiery drama stuff, you know, if that's somebody that you're dealing with. So, um, thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please clarify this Five of Cups over here? You pierce my soul, half agony, half hope. You know, that does tell me that you got a little hope, and I hope that you do. I hope that you hope. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Oh, look. Y'all, I love you unconditionally. Feel that those are both connected. Like you're in your feels and you're trying to get cold and calculating, and I understand because sometimes we need to do that. You got Moldavite. You know, remember when I told you that I'm surprised we didn't get the world upside down? This might as well be. This could be considered a tower card, or it could be the world upside down. Moldavite is life transforming, okay? It's that your whole world changes. You know, some of you might not even be able to, like, there are people that cannot be around Moldavite, okay? It's a very strong meteor energy, right? It's out of this world, as they say. Um, but it also is a call to maybe open your heart chakra, okay? That's something that Capricorns might need to work on, is their emotionality sometimes, okay? I mean, it is deep within you. It's also about rejuvenation. You know, I said some of you might be working on some, maybe you have some psychic ability. This is about psychic ability and psychic protection. Um, but this is incredible, monumental change. Um, what did I say? Sag? I'm getting another Sag card. So it very well could be a Sagittarius for some of you, okay? I just got a sense that somebody may have cheated. And that would be, you know, if you are the kind of very monogamous person, um, that would be very difficult for you. So, um, yeah, I'm sorry about that, you all. That really, that's hurtful. You know, I get this ooh betrayal, like a knife in the heart kind of feeling. So, can you please clarify Moldavite for me? Thank you, angel spirit guides and ancestors. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your sword of truth and justice. Appreciate you supporting me. Woo! Michael answered, didn't he? Do not forget your goals. What you're doing right now, does that support the life that you want to live? Okay. So I just got a sense of somebody drinking a lot. Um, this message is directly for you. If you're getting into some kind of substance or some kind of addiction, is it supporting the life that you want to live? Okay. Think about that, because that Moldavite card could very well be something like that. Look, I'm getting that. Look, fire card again. Aries, Leo, Sag. Um, I also got heart chakra. Okay, look, this is a karmic connection partner lesson. Okay, this person, look, every relationship that we have is a lesson. Every single one. Every situation we go through is a lesson if we choose for it to be. It can just be heartbreak. We can not learn the lesson, but if we don't learn the lesson, that we are doomed to repeat it. That is how karma works, okay? So if your karma is good, good things will happen to you. It doesn't mean bad things will not, okay? If there's a lesson that you're supposed to learn, it's going to come back around to you. What is the lesson that you need to learn? I'm being, it's like, that just screamed in my head. You need to think about what lesson you need to learn here, because something happened that you need to learn from particularly. And I feel like I'm talking to one person. I don't know who you are, but my heart is just, it really goes out to you. I really want you to know that. But there's some things that you need to change, okay? And I'm a truth teller. I can be very blunt. And I'm telling you, you may need to seek some healing conversations with people. I'm getting a sense that there's some stuff from your past that you really need to work on. You know, Capricorns can come across very condescending sometimes, and for people who are very emotional, like if you were married to a Cancer, if you were, or in a relationship with a Cancer, some kind of partnership, or with a Sagittarius, a fire sign, they may not have done very well with the lack of emotionality that they got from you, okay? Or they may not have been able to deal with the way that you communicated. So maybe think about that. Maybe think about the ways in which you could better yourself, that you would be better receiving from someone else, and then having that more reciprocal relationship. So what are you giving and receiving, and how could you do better? How could you improve, right? Look, none of us are perfect at anything. We all should be lifelong learners. So what is the lesson that you needed to learn? The other person needs to learn a lesson too. It's not just about you. It is about everybody in this situation learning. So thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please clarify? Let's clarify this obligations upside down, this Ten of Wands upside down. Can you please clarify for me? Whew. Black onyx. You need to do some grounding, self-control. Shield against negative energy, determination, strong support. You have strong support that is grounding to you. You are an earth sign. And so, but remember your Saturn also. Whew. But it's telling you, cool-headed. You need to be cool-headed, but I get a sense that one of you just charges in, says some stuff, and is like, I'm out, slams the door. So maybe some emotional clarity, um, you know, communication skills. That's the aquamarine card, Pisces energy. So, Pisces could be involved. Turquoise, or here's again, that's that Sag card. I really feel like one of you is dealing with the Sagittarius, and then there's a Pisces here. So throat chakra, so again, communication. That's what throat chakra is about. Connect to breath, okay? You're having a lot of anxiety. You need to rebalance your physical body. You seek the truth, absolutely. Capricorn, seek the truth, absolutely. Even if it hurts, you're going to say it and you're going to seek it. So, and that's why whatever this hidden energy was, let's clarify that. Let's clarify this. This Queen of Swords down here. See if that's you or somebody else. I really feel like it is you, though. I say queen, but, that, again, I don't read genders in tarot. But, she can be cold as ice, and so, but cooler heads prevail is kind of a message through all of this, and also patience is a big message in here. Woo, you get so many cards out, okay. You thought that this person was your divine counterpart. I'm going to tell you right now, this card fell out too. This could be your twin flame. You also got root chakra. Your foundation is shook, because you thought this was it. And, this may not apply to all of you. Dax, honey. Dax, hush, baby. It's okay. It's okay. It's just the moon. You know that you deserve the best, and you thought that you had it. And so you're shook. Your whole foundation, your whole world, right? But I'm going to tell you this. This is where you need to go. You need to radically accept what's happening right now, because there are some things that you might be doing that are not helpful. And you need to be able to think clearly and work hard on getting your stable foundation, because that's extremely important to you. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with the single step. This is about taking a chance. Break the shackles, okay? And again, some of you chose to do this. Dax, sweetheart, enough. Shh. I'm getting a sense that this is your feeling and not the other person's feeling. That maybe you really got in your head and you were like, so here's the deal. Some of you didn't have an addiction problem, but some of you, I feel like, do. Some of you may have had somebody cheat on you, and so you made the decision to walk away. Some of you maybe made a decision to walk away, or were forced to walk away because of addiction issues or unfaithfulness or whatever. But I am not enough for you. I can never give you what you need. Not only do you feel this way about them, but you feel this way about yourself as well. So it's a real self-esteem kind of thing, Okay, but it's going both ways. I'm getting it from both sides of this situation where you feel like you're just stuck and can't move forward because you lost everything. I'm going to say this too. Capricorns do not like to have to go ask people for help a lot of times. This is the time to do it. You would help your family and the people that are close to you. You never ask. This is the time that you can do that. It's okay. Okay. My sons were in this situation with remember, I've got a Capricorn and a Libra. Okay. Are they going to come ask their mom for help? Not until the last moment. Okay. They're going to wait until the tower has completely exploded and is. And I'm like, why did you do that? You know that I'm not going to judge. I only judged them because they didn't come to me sooner, right? I'm like, don't do that. Come to me. Ask me. I love you. I'm not going to judge you. I want you to do well. So there are people that love you, that are there for you, and will help you through this. Okay. I'm sorry that you're going through such a difficult time. I know not every Capricorn in the world is going through the same thing, but if you're watching this, you are searching for answers. And so it's likely that you're going through a tough moment. So, look, I am a therapist too. So a lot of what I say to you is because I understand emotionality and trauma and a lot of these situations on a different level because of my education and experience. I'm telling you, you do have the Ten of Cups and Wheel of Fortune in your outcome. Good things are coming to you, okay? But you have to get right as well, okay? You have to get up in the morning and go through your day doing the right things, okay? The next right thing, right? The next step. And get into your spirituality. It will help you right now. Even if you're an atheist or you're questioning spirituality, you don't have to go to church, or you can if you want, but you don't have to do that. It can be a solitary practice. Go out into nature. You are an earth sign. Go put your feet in the ground, right? Go put your feet in the dirt. Go outside in this moonlight. Go get in the water, right? You've got a lot of water. You're the the goatfish, as they say in some of the mythology, right? So maybe you need to go swim. I don't know what it is exactly that you need individually, but you need to do those things that are restorative and healthy. I get a sense that one of you really needs to go to treatment, and I'm going to just say it because look, that had to be said to me at one point in my life. Okay, in 2 months. Oh no no no, we're yeah, a month. I'm 5 years sober. Okay, so I'm telling you this from my own personal experience. If you are an addict right now, it's time to seek treatment, and my heart goes out to you completely without judgment. But it's time. Okay, this is a good year for it too. This is an excellent year to make that kind of change. um, I know that you're afraid you'll fail, but you cannot change unless you take that first step, right? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take the chance, break the shackles, because you're in a prison right now. And I know what that feels like, okay? I know. Um, and I'm tearing up because I feel it so strongly. And I just want you to know that there are people that love you. So, if it's you individually that I'm speaking to, um, I love you. I love you as a fellow person who has been in that prison. Okay? And we can change, okay? I've been doing it for almost 5 years. We can change. And on the other side, whew, is it beautiful? Is it beautiful? Soul guide spirit, hello from the other side. Listen to your intuition. Oh, it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. You got angels with you, spirit guides. They're there. They're with you. I mean, I can just feel them embracing you right now. I can feel that warmth. I can just, I can just feel it. Connect to spirits at the bottom. And I'm going to set that there because I'm feeling it really strong. And you got true north. And I'm just going to say this. It didn't pop out, but no more hiding is on there. Lost in searching for yourself. You need to be authentic in you. And that's very important to you anyway, right? Being authentic. But I want to read the Robert Frost part of the poem is on here. I took the road less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. So you might feel odd around other people. You might feel like a misfit. Look, I am. And you know what? I love it. I don't want to be like everybody else. I like being different. I like being the weird kid. And I have found my soul tribe. I've found my people that I fit in with, and you will too. If you haven't yet, you will. And you can manifest them to you. Ask your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors to draw your people to you. They will come. I'm telling you, like every day I'm meeting something here lately in the last like month or so. I'm just meeting them almost daily, at least once a week, anyway, that I'm meeting somebody that is part of my soul tribe that I've got some big projects coming up, and it's like I'm meeting people almost like several a week sometimes where they're like a part of that process. 46 and 2. Y'all, okay, what did I just say? You also got heart chakra again. Okay, you've gotten it several times in here. You definitely need to work on your heart chakra. Okay. Um, and green might be you might be seeing a lot of green right now. And I just saw a big giant green heart come up in my scrying bowl. Like, I mean, just dripping with green and some gold around it too. So maybe gold and green are showing up a lot for you. Oh, I just got that golden bee show up. A golden bee with green stripes on it. You might be seeing that, or bees. I know there's a lot of bees in Dollar General right now. So okay, if you just went in, but I saw one the other night and I'm like, okay, but this bee that I'm seeing has green stripes on it. So you might be seeing a lot of bees. Or look for them because they're signs, and think about what bees mean. I mean, honey is gold, right? Whatever. But think about what bees mean, okay? Nurturing life force type energy as well. So, but green, gold, those colors might be showing up a lot for you. Compassion, forgiveness, and this is talking about for yourself, okay? Because this read is so internal. I mean, I can feel what's going on inside of you. It's so turbulent. Like I'm gonna have to go meditate after this read for sure. It's so turbulent inside of you right now. Um, but you need to be open to loving yourself. You're worth it. Your compassion needs to be turned inwards. Your empathy needs to be turned inwards. Your forgiveness, unconditional love needs to be turned inwards. Okay? 46 and 2 tool. I waited the last to say this. I know that the bottom card over here is I think about you often. At times I can't sleep, and I really think that that's you, but it very well could be these other people that you're dealing with, okay? I feel like you do have a lot of people around you that you lost recently. I do sense that there might be someone who has lost some people that have passed on. And again, my heart is with you. Grief is immense, right? Grief is just it is one of the most difficult things to overcome, and I don't want to just place all these pretty words on it. There really are no words. But understand that when I say that I'm sending you love, okay? Because there's no right thing to say when we've lost someone that we love. In whatever way that they've been lost, right? It doesn't always mean death. It can mean a lot of things. So 46 and 2 Tool, there's a reason that this card is in this deck. This is my personal deck. And 46 and 2 by Tool is one of my favorite songs. It's like, top 5. It's a personal life song for me. So I'm going to tell you what that means. This is transformation. Step into my shadow, coming out the other side, right? Personal evolution revolution. This is a song that meant a lot to me when I was getting sober. I listened to it over and over again. It's a Jungian theory, okay, Carl Jung. Deep shadow work. So some of you may have had some childhood trauma, and I've worked a lot with that, and I just want you to say, you to know that there is a path to healing, and you should definitely do that. This is about self-growth. What is ahead of you, okay? Stepping through my shadow, coming out the other side, stepping through the shadow. 46 and 2 are just ahead of me, right? Soften this old armor, right? Personal evolution revolution. You should watch that video on YouTube that explains the connection to Jungian theory, because it's incredible, and it might really open some things up for you. So let me pull. I'm gonna pull an animal totem for you. So let me clear this out of the way, and I just want you to know, Capricorns, you know Look, you're on Capricorn, of course, is the sign that is the end and the beginning in our annual calendar, right? And so you probably face a lot of endings and beginnings in your life. And so you're going to face a lot of grief in your life, likely, because you're going to see a lot of endings, and a lot of those are going to be like you chose to make that ending, okay? You like new beginnings, though. You like the spark of invention, you know. I believe Martin Luther King Jr. was a Capricorn, if I am correct. I think maybe Sisyphus also, strangely enough. I don't know why I know that. I know all kinds of random things, so. I am a couch Jeopardy finalist. Um, I wish I was smart enough to be on Jeopardy. I don't do too bad on my couch, though. Capricorns are probably good at Jeopardy, though, right? Fun fact, an OBGYN doctor that I had, he did a surgery on me. His son was the last name was Jacobs, I'll tell you that. If any of you are Jeopardy watchers. His son was a Jeopardy champion. So my doctor wasn't the Jeopardy champion, but his son was. I think it was Alex Jacobs. Anyway, so he was telling us about that. My husband was with me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my son," and because we were talking about loving Jeopardy, and I thought that was kind of neat. Anyway, he did pretty well apparently. I don't know. I wasn't watching at the time, but I thought that was kind of cool. I'm gonna pull an animal totem for my Capricorns. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Special shout out to Archangel Michael, who has been with me a lot lately, through some difficulties that I was facing, helping me speak and see my truth and handle some matters of justice. And so I very much appreciate Archangel Michael, uh, you know, and I should say, I'm not Christian, but there's lots of energies out there in the world, right? Ooh, you had a bunch of them drop. Okay, it's like 6 of them. So what we're gonna do, the rule in tarot is we take you know, the here we go. This makes sense too. Crocodile, and I'll show you the card. These cards are really pretty, but look this crocodile. He's like chilling. Opportunity, risk, fertility, and life is the symbolism. Alligators and crocodiles are creatures of the water, and you partly are as a Capricorn, okay? Particularly fecund swampland, that smelly swampland, which suggests both fertility and the feminine principle of life and birth. They have often been associated with dragons, which appear in myths and legends as wily guardians of treasures and keepers of wisdom. And that is absolutely Capricorn right there. Keepers of treasure and keepers of wisdom. Stories that have revolved around encounters with these reptiles have often involved a new opportunity, but one that always carries significant risk. Okay, that's absolutely you. As with many mythological reptiles, the crocodile in this painting appears wise, menacing, and somewhat indolent. I love indolent was what I was thinking when I was looking at the picture. I like him though. He's not bad, right? He's not a bad guy. He's just kind of like he's just chilling. Like he knows who he is in a lot of ways, right? I'm also gonna pull a couple of runes for you, and I tell people I gotta pull my rune. Oh, you got sigil. These are really good runes, and they're all right side up. That hard sigil can't be reversed. Sigil just absolutely can't ever be reversed. And sigil is, it's a victory rune, and I have warm feelings. You also have Wunjo, and so I'll read Wunjo first since I came to it, and it's right side up. So and very positive. So I just want you to feel really good about this because these 3 runes are really positive, really positive. So whatever is troubling you at this time, the result will be positive, okay? Karma is turning in your favor right now. You're about to come to yourself in some way. Be happy. I know we can't flip a switch and be happy, okay? But in combination with other runes, it indicates that success in whatever areas they rule, okay? So I know you've got sigil. So let's get to sigil. And Let me find these other ones. I love the runes. Yeah, so you have Perdro, and where are you, Sigil, my friend? Like, it's way further in the... I said the other night, like, I need to have tabs on here. I need to be more organized. So, so Wunjo can signify the object of your affections, but it usually shows some activity undertaken with this person ending in a happy result. So it can represent joy in your work, especially if that work is artistic or creative. Okay. Um, it's very important to your personal happiness and well-being. A lot of time, Capricorns like Taurus and Virgo, the other earth signs. Our work is a very much a part of our personality because we crave stability in all things, and a lot of times our passion is what we do because our pinnacles are important, our stability is important. Okay. Perdro is a mystery rune. Okay, it's right side up here, so um, but a lot of experts do not agree on the meaning of it. Okay, but you notice that it kind of looks like a basket holding things, and so that's one of the. I'll put it closer so you can see. It kind of looks like a basket, and so one of the meanings is the things that you hold, which would make sense for Capricorn, really. So sometimes it's called like a dice cup, for casting lots. It could be the meaning um, tune or music. So, but a lot of times it means things hidden, secrets, and maybe even occult abilities, which I mentioned in your read. So that might resonate with you. So if you're working on your psychic abilities or some kind of spiritual abilities, it's saying you're going to have success in that. It's also saying, that those things that were hidden, that came to light, that caused this disruption and this distress in your life, you are going to have success. Okay. So sigil, I'm reading it last because I love sigil. Um, it's a rune of great power. Okay. Lots of power available to you at this time. And it's going to affect a lot of change in your life. Okay. Any opposition that you may encounter will be swiftly overcome, leaving you time to relax and take it easy. Okay. Also, worry and tension have begun to take their toll. But if you have Wunjo, um, which you did, it could show that you're being a workaholic and you need rest and relaxation. So if that's you, and Capricorns can be workaholics because they get real focused on work sometimes and work way too much. In this case, um, you don't have any negative runes here. So and again, sigil cannot be reversed, so it's always positive. Um, so it can also refer to somebody being self-centered, and Capricorns can do that. They can be self-centered. So it might be a call to think about that. Um, so if you're feeling anxious and helpless, you might really need to think about your personal power. And that personal power does not mean, self-centered and arrogant. It means that there's a healthy balance in your life. Okay. So it's a rune of great health and vitality. So if you have had some health issues, and I did feel like maybe somebody that is retired, or people that aren't working. If you've had some health issues, your health is going to get better. Okay, you're in a really vital health time, so it's time to if you've been putting off going to the doctor because you've had an issue, it's time to take care of it right now. Okay, it is always a positive rune. I love when sigil comes up because that gives me some really good feelings for people. I'm going to pull a couple of fairy cards for you, and then we'll close out the reading. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you give my Capricorns a couple of fairy dust oracle cards? These are my newest cards, and I'm just love playing with them right now. So and they're just sweet, and I like them. So thank you, angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Can you please give my Capricorns a few fairy dust cards? Sometimes I notice that you can hear my Okie accent in there, if you were wondering where I'm from. Ooh, that one did flip out, so I'm going to take it out. It tried, and I caught it. One more would be great. There we go. Thank you. That was great. Okay, so the first one was celebrate. The time is right to shout out loud. Don't hesitate to jump around. That's telling me you need to cut loose a little bit. For some of you, I said you might be working too much, and you need to enjoy yourself more. You need to rest and relax. Friends, all the love your light extends, its reflection shown in chosen friends, and that's a very Capricorn thing, right? You choose very specifically the people that you trust and are around. And then butterflies. Whenever you see a butterfly flutter through the grass, it is to remind you of the love of those who've passed. And remember, I said some of you may have lost someone. So if you see butterflies, that's your people saying hello and that they're doing okay and that they're thinking of you. Okay. And then I'll show you the one on the bottom, which I always do. It's the green fairy. So for those of you I just said that to, the green fairy might be specific for you. A cheeky green fairy on your behalf is appearing here to make you laugh. Okay, look, if you've been in your head a lot, it's time for some laughter and fun. I don't know why I've been clicking a lot. Does one of you do that? I never do that. And I've been doing that throughout this read. Only this read. I didn't do it in the other ones I did. I wish you the most joy, happiness, love, and light. I know some of you are really struggling. My heart is with you. I'm thinking of you. Oh, look. This jumped out as I'm telling you that, and it says peace. Friends and family and those who care, peace is yours today to share, okay? Find those people for yourself, that peace. Sending you lots of love, lots of light, healing energy, and the ability to find that balance and that healing. Good evening to all of my Capricorns. This is Lady Scarlet. Good night.